Alrighty, so in this video we're going to teach you guys how to do some real simple rock installation. And what we're going to do is we're going to prep our bed first. And we've got some sprinkler heads inside the areas that we're going to have to relocate. So we'll have to move those on the outside over here. So when we install our grass we'll have proper coverage still. But what we're going to do is we're going to rip up all these stones in here now. We're going to smooth over our surface. Then we're going to install the weed barrier to prevent anything popping up. You're still gonna have issues with the weeds no matter what. So we're gonna install 3/4 by 1.5 inch brown river rock, and we're gonna put a cherry log flagstone inside there. It's gonna look real pretty when we're all finished with it. So we'll go step by step with you. So now that we've got the blocks removed out of here, we're ready to go ahead and start. Well, we've already started capping all the irrigation in here, and then removing a couple of the heads out in the grass area. What we're gonna do is now we're gonna smooth over the dirt. We're gonna lay down our weed barrier, and then we'll be able to put our cherry log flagstones on. We'll build the walkway with that. Then we'll install the rock around it, and we'll get to that in just a sec. Now we're at the point to where we've smoothed out our ground. We've already capped all of the irrigation heads. We're going ahead and we're starting laying the weed barrier underneath where our pathway is going to be for the flagstone. And as you can see, we've already we finished laying the flagstone. Again, we're using a cherry log, so it's about 2 inches thick. Some parts are 3 inches. So when you prep the ground, you're just going to make sure that you've got a nice dip below the lip of the tile that you're going to match up to, just so you don't want the flagstone sticking up too much higher. Actually, you don't want to stick it up higher at all. So, there's no trips or anybody just hitting it and falling over or whatnot. So to get it nice and level, we just take out some of the dirt underneath it. And then afterwards, like I said, we put our weed barrier down. And now we're ready to put the rest of the weed barrier in special spots and stuff like that, fill it up, and start to install our rock. And we're using a 3/4 by 1.5 inch brown river rock. It's gonna go real well with this rock, or this flagstone that we're using. And we'll be getting to the finished product here in just a second for you guys. A helpful tip, when you're installing the flagstone, it's best that you do it before you install the rock. And the reason for that is if you install the rock first, you're gonna have to shimmy the flagstone in there, and it could take a while. Also, you'll have to work with the stability of the stone, because you may have some pebbles underneath it that will cause one area to be higher, or for all sections of the flagstone to not be hitting the surface. Whereas if you just put it down first, you'll be able to create that flat surface, and it'll give the rock a lot of stability. You won't have issues with that you'll have to correct later on. And it also will save you a ton of time by installing the flagstone first. So I highly recommend that for you guys. Alrighty, so what we're looking at here is the final product. We've got all of our rock installed already. We've got our nice little border edging, installed to hold the rock in place. And so basically what we've done is we've dumped in all of our rock everywhere, and then we've just smoothed it all out. We use like hard rakes, stiff tine rakes, even our hands, to just get a nice even plane. So it's really not that complicated. It's a very easy process. Just put your weed barrier underneath. Like I said, install your flagstone first. Make sure it doesn't shift around when you step on it and whatnot. And then dump your rock on top of it, and you're ready to smooth out the rock over it, and just get it nice and level. You want to try and make it to where rocks won't come back on top of the flagstone. So that's kind of the key point there. But other than that, it's really simple. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys.